I don't know how my phone is doing that, but it just keeps starting recording without me pressing record. Hello and welcome to this video. Today I want to just chit-chat with y'all about what I plan on making this year, what's been circling around in my head. Yeah, honestly, while I was planning what I want to do, what I want to talk about in this video, I was writing everything down and just inundated with more and more ideas and inspiration and everything, and I am so excited to create this year. I just need to do it, you know? So basically this video is going to function as like a mood board for inspiration if it comes to a point later in the year or years down the line, whatever. It's not just for this year. I can do this whenever, for if I ever am like lacking inspiration, but I like need to create, but I just don't know what to create. So I have a lot of ideas, a lot of things I want to make. Will I make all of these ideas this year? Definitely not. Will I make some of these this year? I hope so.
When will you wear wigs?
Yeah, I guess let's just get right into it. This isn't in any particular order. I wrote it all down and I was like, maybe I should organize this a bit. And I said, no, that's too much work. So we're just gonna go with it. Yeah. So firstly, one of the things I've been thinking about for years, honestly, is to make a pair of socks like Rachel Green from Friends socks in one of the episodes. She has these socks that are like scrunched up. She's like wearing pajamas or something, and the socks are just like scrunched around her ankle, and it looks so freaking cozy. Oh my goodness, I need a pair of socks like that. And now I knit and I know how to knit socks. Have I finished a pair of socks? No, I have not. But yeah, I plan on hopefully finishing at least one pair of socks this year. I know that socks, like when you first make them, especially if it's like with a wool, they're not gonna really like slouch like I want them to right away when they're fresh, but like the more you wear them and the more you wash them, they should get softer and more like scrunchable and more able to like stay scrunched like that, if you know what I mean. At least I'm hoping that's how it works with yarn, because like I know that's how it works with quilts, and I'm assuming it's the same with yarn. Yeah, so socks is the first thing I want to make, and I'm going to try my hardest to finish a pair of socks this year. So another thing I want to make, if you watch Alexa Sunshine 83 or Beep World, they both recently, in the past like 2 months or something, got some vintage like 90s cardigans in mystery thrift boxes. And they're like kind of similar. They're both like purpley and they have like a color work, not a stripe, but there's like a stripe effect with like different things in there. Yeah, pictures will be up for you to see. But I think it's gorgeous and I'm like, I want to make that. And I'm not gonna do color work flat, so I'm also gonna learn steeking. I really hope to learn steeking because it's scary. You telling me I'm gonna spend 2 months knitting a sweater and then I have to cut it? Scary, terrifying, but I'm gonna do it because I want a cardigan. I think it would be great. And I just got a bunch of buttons from my neighbors. Were cleaning out a bunch of sewing stuff they had, so I got a bunch of notions and I got so many buttons from them. And let me tell you, if you think about something, if you put it out into the universe will give it to you. Most of the time, sometimes, every once in a while. Because I was thinking, God, I really want like a good button collection, and a lot of these buttons are like vintage, gorgeous buttons. Because like my mom had like a bucket of buttons that I would always go to and use if I needed a button for something. I was like, I need buttons. I don't want to have to go buy buttons every time I want to make something with buttons. I was just gifted a ton of buttons. I don't think I ever need to make buttons. I do want to make buttons. Actually, I want to like wood or avocado pits or something, make and paint some buttons. That would be fun, but I don't ever need to buy buttons again. You know what I mean? Let me show you some of the buttons because they are so cool. I got for free a ton of deer antler buttons. Like, are you kidding me? Free! Look how pretty! I got so many of them, and then there's just a ton. This isn't even close to, I'm just showing you some of the highlights. I really like the metal ones. They are so pretty, and there's some gold ones as well. And some wood ones, and of course just your like classic plastic plain ones. Simple that you would use on a cardigan. A lot of these are vintage. I got all of these buttons, and so exciting. Buttons are expensive, especially really pretty ones. But yeah, now I don't need to buy buttons. So yeah, second thing was cardigan. I want to learn steeking. And also making my own colorwork charts is a big part of that because there's not a pattern. I'm just looking and like drawing inspiration from them. I am trying to make up a chart that I like for the color work for it. So we're gonna see how that goes because I've been struggling. Yeah, really I kind of plan on making this one as soon as I finish the sweater I'm currently working on, but I do have many ideas and I'm really in an accessories making mood lately. Like I want to make hats. I want to have hats and scarves and mittens and socks and stuff, smaller things. So I don't know, we'll see if I make the cardigan next or not. Yeah. Okay, so another thing, knitting, that I want to make, or sewing actually, related to both, is smocking. Smock stitch, gorgeous. The reason I say knitting first is because it looks a lot less labor intensive than sewing smocking. I've watched a tutorial on both, how to do each of them. I might look up some more on the sewing because maybe there's like an easier way to do it than cutting your thread each time you do the little smock. So yeah, I want to do some smocking. I have plans for a summer top and I already have yarn for it. If you saw my everything I made in 2024 video, the last and only other video I have at the moment, you will see that I made the sole top by Mochi Knits, and it was in a very lovely cream color yarn by Bamboo Pop, which is a linen bamboo or cotton bamboo. I can never remember. Anyways, I have a ton of that yarn left over and it's really beautiful and super soft and I love it. So I think it would be really pretty to have as like a tank top with the smocking like down here around the bust. Maybe like a little peplum, maybe not. Haven't quite envisioned the bottom of the top, but like a square neck with like a little bit of a chunky strap. Not too chunky, maybe like inch and a half wide strap. I just think that would be cute, and it might take a while to make because this is fingering weight yarn, and I'm just hoping, because it will be in the round, that it will go by quick. And doing a fun stitch like smocking will keep it a little interesting, you know? And also designing the pattern myself, which is another thing I hope to do a lot this year, is to really try to design my own things. As well, I do want to follow some patterns because there are some really beautiful things out there, but I am brimming with ideas, creativity, and whimsy. And I just want to make the things that are in my head, and there aren't really many patterns out there that are like what I'm envisioning. So we're gonna try my hardest to make what is in my head. clown rant time. We're here for some clownspo. I want to make one of those like big clown suits, like the ones that are just like, it's a jumpsuit and you're shapeless. You're just a big blob. It looks incredibly comfy to me, and would I wear it in public? Probably not. But you know what? Something super comfy like that to just wear around the house or as pajamas. Give it a few frills, something a little cute, maybe some bells in my hair, just to play around, play dress up at home, you know, fun stuff. I just think it would be fun to have, fun to wear, and add some whimsy to my life. Yeah, so clown suit. I see so many on Pinterest that just look so comfy. And if I can't wear this amazingly comfy piece of clothing because people think it's too silly, what am I to do? I am just a whimsical little creature. A little clown, if you will. Running around. Yeah. Anyways, so clown suit. Another thing on the clown, we're jumping around in the list. Will I get lost? Probably. So on that clownspo, train mindset, vertical stripes, or the harlequin. I should know how to pronounce this. I think it's harlequin, but I could be wrong. Quinn. Diamonds, you know, that pattern. I think super cute, and I love a vertical stripe. It is so cute. I have some tights that are horizontal stripes, that when I'm feeling a little clownish, I'll throw on. They're black and purple stripes that I just got from Spirit Halloween a few years ago. But I think some vertical stripes, and I want to figure out a good way to implement this into a sweater or something. I've seen on Pinterest, there's a skirt. It's a drop waist skirt that's like midi length, and it kind of drop waist, you know, it flares out below the drop waist, whatever. So I think that's super cute, and it's in vertical stripes, that one skirt that I keep seeing on Pinterest, and I'm like, I want that so badly. So maybe I'll do a skirt in vertical stripes or a sweater. I'll need to figure out a good color combination and like style of the sweater if I do a sweater, because I don't want it to seem classic. We don't want to go in the classic striped sweater direction. We want to go for whimsy. We want some fun and whimsy in our life. Yes. So vertical stripes and harlequin diamond patterns. I just had to delete so many cat videos to be able to record more. So I need to remember to move the rest to my computer so I can just not get rid of pictures of cats and videos of cats, you know? Anyways, where was I? Okay, yes, sweaters that I plan on making this year. I only have 7 minutes of recording time left. So let's get to it. The Coraline sweater, I really enjoy that. I've been looking for a pattern to follow for that, but haven't really found any. There was one that was, you make the sweater and then you do the stars in double knitting, which is fun and dandy, but I'm not doing all that work after I finish knitting a sweater. Like, no, I'm the kind of person where it gets to the end of a project and it's a miracle if I finish it, you know what I mean? So I'm just gonna self-draft a pattern that I want to really go after, that follow that Amino Coraline sweater. I think it's Amino is the brand. Theirs is really beautiful. I love the neckline and the cuffs and hem of it, how it's like rolled with like the stitching on it. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna self-draft a pattern for that one, because I haven't found one, and I've been looking, and I think it would be super cute to wear. Yeah, and then another sweater I want to make is a Harry Potter sweater, either the Weasley sweater, so with my initial, or a Hufflepuff sweater, but like not like the uniform Hufflepuff sweater, more like a Hufflepuff inspired sweater, like Hufflepuff colors. I could do the Weasley sweater, like the anagram, is that what it's called, when it's just the letter of your name? I think so. The initial sweater, Weasley sweater. I could do that in the Hufflepuff colors. I've seen a sweater like that on Pinterest that was super cute. But maybe I just want 2 Harry Potter sweaters. Like, why not? Because why should I not participate in my interests? You know what I mean? So if I like Harry Potter, I'm gonna knit Harry Potter things, and I'm gonna wear them, and I'm not gonna be ashamed. That's not what cool girls do. Yeah, so either fun Weasley color sweater, still thinking about what colors I want, and then a Hufflepuff inspired sweater. So those are the sweaters I want to make. I also really want to get into embroidery more this year. I've done a little bit, like the tote bag I use right now. I embroidered some cats on it, which are super cute. And then I'm also, like I said before, working on a vest where I'm embroidering gold stars on it. I want to do more, especially on vests. I think vests are a great place to like show off embroidery, also on bags. That would be very cool. Yeah, another thing that relates to vests and bags. See, we're getting organized here. We are getting our ducks in a line, I guess, if that's what that means. Another thing to do with vests and bags is quilting. I want to learn how to do some quilting because I was thrifting a while ago and I picked up some quilting magazines, some vintage quilting magazines at the thrift store for like 25 cents. And let me tell you, the things in there are gorgeous. They are so inspiring, and like I did not know, like I knew that quilting is an art form. I did not know like the extent of the art that you can create with quilting. So I really want to get into that. I have a thought for like a bag that's quilted, and it's gonna be like heart shaped with like frilly little lace around the outside. And it's gonna have pockets. It's not just gonna be an open tote bag, because we're gonna have a little level of organization in our bags. Because right now, my tote bag, huge mess. Oh, I also really want to learn double knitting. I've seen on Pinterest a lot of these really, also Instagram I think, scarves in double knitting, like 2 color, so like you flip it and it's like the opposite colors but the image or whatever. Super cute. Oh my goodness. Do I have the patience to make a scarf? Not really. Do I need a scarf? Yes, desperately. I don't know, maybe it's something I'll like start and then just work on throughout the summer so I have it by next winter. Because I do need a scarf desperately. And I just want to learn double knitting, and I think that they're so beautiful, those color work double knitted ones. And it would also be a beneficial thing to learn if I'm going to make a cardigan, tying it all together. Really, I think that's everything. Oh, I did want to go over, just like mention, my color inspiration for the year. Some colors I'm really into at the moment. Cornflower blue has really been enticing me since last spring. I think it's gorgeous. I love it. Chartreuse and like any like bright springy green like that. Like I'm thinking the Amy sweater by Petite Knits in that matcha color. It's gorgeous. I love it. I'm obsessed. I want more of those bright colors in my wardrobe. And then of course this is more on the autumnal color spectrum, like a burnt orange, very pretty, ochre yellow. Used to be my favorite color. I'm a Hufflepuff, like, can you blame me? Purple, of course, as always. Purple is my favorite color. Really any like jewel tone, so like a deep purple, emerald green, ruby red. Love the jewel tones and earth tones, and also brown. I have a few brown things. I'd like to bring in some more brown, especially some lighter brown, because most of my brown items are darker. So I think just having like a bit of a lighter, or maybe like a piece, a sweater, some pants that I sew or something in different ranges of brown would be super cute. You know, earth tones. I think that that's really everything that I've written down that I wanted to talk about. Hopefully, if you're watching this, you got some inspiration from anything I mentioned. And I don't know, if you want to see if I do make any of these things this year, you'll come back, check out the channel. Bye! I hope you have a great day.